Hey, what's up, everybody? It's your boy Kennels. So I have another video here for you. Yes, I recorded this the same day as the same previous video, but this one's for a different day, of course. So I figured I'd go over some of the, at least some of the steel books that I had picked up recently. Some I've had for a little bit of time, but just never really got around to them. But I guess we can go ahead and start with the very first one, since I am a Godzilla fan and pretty much have like every Godzilla movie for the most part. At least all the ones that are like from the first era, second era. Then you got the Hollywood, US era. And then some of the, I wouldn't really call them spinoffs, but they were kind of by themselves. So one that I had in particular, I had in Blu-ray, but when they released the 4K of it, me being a sucker for Godzilla, I had to get it. And that one was Shin Godzilla. So yes, I like to put all my steel books in plastic sleeves. Sometimes I run out of sleeves, even though I buy them like 48 packs, and I have to buy packs again just because I run out. But anyways, Shin Godzilla, definitely a really good Godzilla movie. It's very different. He's very slow. Some people might find him a bit awkward because kind of like, how he starts out. And then with his mouth and everything, it just looks crazy as can be pretty much. But again, I enjoy all the Godzilla movies, so of course I'm gonna pick it up, and especially when they come out with the Godzilla Minus Zero, I'm gonna get that too. Day one. Doesn't matter if I go see it or not. Even though I don't really like going to the theaters. I will go from time to time, just not a big theater person. But definitely gotta pick up the 4K version of Shin Godzilla. I forget who this was by. I really don't remember. I know I had pre-ordered it when it was first available. I don't know, it says Toho. But I guess it was released by them. Well, you know what? I might have ordered it directly on their website. I think that's what it was. So could be wrong. But anyways, that's the 4K not 4K, well, the 4K but Steelbook edition of Shinzilla. Now this next one, this is an older movie. I've seen it so many times, but it's a really good movie though, and I do have it on. I know I have it on Blu-ray. I want to say I have it on DVD, if I'm not mistaken. But when they did the 4K of it, this was what, the Lionsgate Limited. They're a little pricey with their stuff sometimes, but if you want to get it, you just got to get it. And that's none other than, let me try to get that in a better view since this case is dark. The Descent. So really good, cave movie. I find it really fun, especially with the creatures and stuff that they got. This one looks really great in 4K. Some scenes that, still got some graininess to them, which is fine by me. I'm cool with that. But overall, The Descent, if you like horror and you like cave diving and you just want some chicks in there, hey, this is definitely up your alley and something you would definitely want to watch. So yeah, again, that was really, really good. So that's the Steelbook version of that one. And then these other ones, I was kind of waiting for them to all come in because they were kind of ordered at different times from different places, mainly because I'd be trying to find the best prices for them. So kind of had to wait for these to all come in. The third one I definitely wanted to watch because I hear it looks really good, but at the same time they say the movie's not really good, but it looks fantastic. But the first movie, the original one that started this off, I just never cared for it growing up. Um, it wasn't until many years later that, I ended up getting into it. But when it came out during my time, yeah, I just did not care for the movie. But that is none other than Tron. So let me try to get that in better view for you, because it is so. Some of these covers, since it's like what, dark blue, I don't know, almost black. But yeah, that's really, if you're into these type of movies, sci-fi ish, then you might enjoy this movie. Again, when I was growing up as a kid, I didn't like this, and I love science fiction movies, but for some reason this one just did not gel with me growing up. So, but sometimes, as you get older in different decades of your life, certain things you may have not liked, you do end up enjoying, because then you just kind of understand it a little bit better. So, definitely had to pick this up. And the reason I went with the Steelbook for this was because for the one that I originally ordered, that I got the Steelbook, I was like, you know what? I may as well just get the other two movies. So that's why I have the Steelbook version of this one. And I want to say this one, you know what? I don't even remember where I ordered it from, to be quite honest with you. I'm not sure. The second one, I want to say I ordered this from Walmart. So it took a little bit of time to come. But that would be Tron Legacy. So, I still don't know if it's your type of thing or not, but, it's part of the Tron movies. So, why not, give it a try, see how it is. And if I don't like it, worst comes to worst, I just pass it on to my kids and my grandkids, because that's all I'm really going to do with all my movies anyways, is I'm going to pass it on to them. It's not like I'm going to keep anything. So, but I figure, get the Steelbook for that too. Let them all be matchy, except for that, the funds is what be killing you. Sometimes, you start spending that money on these Steelbooks, and it can put a little damper on the funsation. But the one that I wanted, and as many as when I seen the trailers for it, I was like, man, that looks really good. And, that's pretty much what I heard about the movie, is it looks fantastic. But at the same time, I hear the story's not good. So it's kind of like, So once I get to watching it, I guess I'm going to end up finding out. And that one is the Tron Ares. I know a lot of people be trying to get digital codes for these, because I'm in different groups. So I be seeing people post, hey, I'm in search of code for Tron Ares. So apparently code wise, that a lot of people seem to be asking for it. So it must not be that bad of a story. If that's actually true, to be had. But I know visually, from what I've seen of it, it looked fantastic. So I figure, why not give it a go and see how that is. But yeah, those are just a few tad bits of the the Steelbooks that I went ahead and picked up. I do have a bunch of other ones, but these are a few of them. I mean, there's some other ones that I had got. They're family, like for family. Stuff I got for my grandson to watch. Now there is one, and I kind of wish I had ordered it when it first came out, and I never did. And it was a Steelbook of it. And it's funny, because I tell my daughter this story all the time. She must think I'm I'm like a tape recorder on repeat, because I tell her the story so much. I always tell her, so the very first movie I ever ripped was Finding Nemo. And I explained to her, how I got the software. At the time, you could buy the software and it was legal. I mean, I bought the software at Best Buys. It was, I want to say it was like $100. It was called DVD. Was it DVD NEX or NEX DVD? It's funny. I still have the software to this day with my original serial number for it. Doesn't really work no more. But that was the start of me ripping all my movies. And, Finding Nemo was just one of those movies that I just, I bought for my kids, and I watched it a million times, the DVD. I will say the one mistake I kind of did do with movies, I would say with like half the movies, because I didn't do it with all of them. I would say it was kind of 50-50. Where, I was buying all these DVDs and I was like, do I buy it in widescreen? Do I buy it in full screen? And at the time I didn't have no widescreen TV. I had a full screen TV. And every time I would watch a widescreen movie, it would just look funny. So it's kind of like, why buy it in widescreen? So a lot of movies I ended up buying in full screen because of that. So, that's kind of one of those moments where I kind of wish, I kicked myself in the ass and made a different decision, because a lot of these movies I would have preferred to have them in widescreen, since, everything we watch is pretty much in widescreen now. But I figured, I've had that DVD since day one. Still got it to this day. I never bought the Blu-ray for it. But I figured, hey, you know what? I like the way the Steelbook looks. I may as well pick it up. I just didn't like the price for it. Anywhere you look right now, you go to eBay, that thing's like $150. If you find them used without the digital code, already open, you don't know how long somebody has something, how they take care of their stuff. They want $50. And that's for the used market. I want to say when they came out, they were probably like, I don't know, $35, $40 probably. I'm just guessing, not really sure. But I know right now it's like $69. So yeah, I kind of had to bite that pill and just be like, you know what? I'm just going to have to suck it up. Pay the $69. Just get it brand new. That way I get the digital code. Because I figure, why pay $50, then pay shipping for a used copy? I'm not going to get no code. And I redeem all my codes unless I buy the movie twice, and then I have another set of codes. Then those I just sell off. But I figure if it comes with a digital code, I rather just come with it. So let it just have the code. So for all that, I'll just pay the $69 and I get free shipping. So it doesn't kill me none. But it's just a price tag. I really didn't care to do that, but that's just a rant for another time. But anyways, I hope you enjoyed the video. I'll try to leave affiliate links for these if possible through Amazon. So if you use the links, it does help out the channel. If you don't want to use it, that's fine. I still buy movies anyways. So, but I figure any help is help, and I appreciate any of it. So. But other than that, hey, it's been your boy BULLBOYKENNELS, and as always, keep them scratching. Peace. We up out of here.